Hello, my dear students. You join me back with the USN Let's Play series of War on the Sea just outside the Shortland Islands after bombarding it at the early nighttime hours, specifically I believe 20 minutes past 8 p.m. We're retreating now, of course. You may give us another love tap just for good measure, but we are in a very good position from the previous episode. We have, of course, sunk the Shokaku finally, which has been plaguing us ever since we pushed past Guadalcanal. So many zeros coming off of that all the time. So now, unless they get a Zuikaku out, their air power is going to be extremely limited. Though having said that, we have seen some rather frustrating bugs where the Hyabusas have come in great number and managed to go all the way to the New Hebrides. So we could still have that to contend with. Not that them going to New Hebrides is a problem, but they could use the range and the fact that they like to fly at night to hit us unexpectedly when our guard is down. So we shall see about that. Otherwise, no particular plans for the future at the moment. Just sinking the battleships we have previously sighted. And we will look to see if we're feeling especially spicy. Actually invading the Shortland Islands. This will be a rather costly expedition, so it's quite likely it's not going to happen, but it depends exactly what we think we'll need to get there. We'll look at our reserves and see what we can do. Again, not likely to happen, but we're feeling some spice. It'd be rather nice to have that. It's just putting the airfield out of action completely. And turning it in our favour is certainly a massive gain, but not an entirely necessary one. So let's go to the strategic map and have a look at that possibility. It's good to have plans, but you don't necessarily need to put them into action. So let's have a look. Alrighty then, so before we do anything, let's do that again. Not that it's done anything, but we're just going to actually go back now and rearm under cover of darkness and get out of there. What do we have on Santa Isabel? We do have nearly 5,000 troops with a few supplies. We do have our task force over here with some troops and supplies. Of course, not enough to go straight for the Shortland Islands. So the supplies were meant for Guadalcanal ideally. Upgrading it with what we have right now will leave it rather empty. What is this task force doing? That will come for engineering and fuel. That would be lovely stuff. We have enough for both ships there to take hold of. That'd be great to go straight to Guadalcanal with that. That alone should bring us up actually, to bring us to a level 3 airfield. If we have just the right amount though, yeah, we only need 140 fuel. But we have that. We have 160. Just depends. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what the capacity for fuel was on the Cimarron here. But we'll see. We do, of course, have this large task force going down to the Cairns, which, of course, has been resupplied as well. It has a lot of engineering and fuel to draw from in case we need it, and, of course, we do need it. So that's what we'll try and get. That's what we'll prioritise over there. But we'll see, we'll see. Of course, it is night time, so we can't launch any scouts. So I'll see you in the morning when we do launch some. And we'll think about the future then as well. So I'll see you in the morning. Alrighty then, so it is now the morning and our task force has made it halfway down to Rennell Island. We did actually spot a single cargo ship patrolling around here, perhaps going to drop stuff off at the Shortland Islands. Tried to come into contact a couple times with that with our Tambor, but despite being in operational range on the strategic map, we could not get sight of it on the tactical view, which is rather a shame though. That would have been a very easy target if we did come into contact properly with that. So what we're going to do is patrol around here just a little bit, and you know what, I think that's a pretty decent place to keep our Tambor at the moment. So let's give it that patrol course. Nothing too fancy there, of course, you know. That's where all of their main ships should be coming now, if you ask me. That would probably be the most strategically sound of the AI, but you never know. We did see a Hosho there and a Nagaso, so perhaps they'll come back with that large supply convoy they were escorting. So we'll see. It's a decent place to keep that, like I say. We'll keep our planes going over, actually. Having said that, let's launch some. We're going to launch a single Kingfisher to bait out some roofs, I think. and see exactly what they have over there. And when I say bait them out, I mean bait them out for the aircraft of the Wasp. They're going to launch, I think, 8 Wildcats to see if we can intercept any roofs that come off from there. They can scout around like that and keep our Kingfisher safe from there. I'm going to launch some Wildcats from here just to scout around the north, and if they come into contact with any fighters, they will of course be able to defend themselves to a degree. I'm going to do, I think, the usual bow fighter scout to start with. We're going to go pushing quite deep with these and go around like that, just in case, just to have a look, see if anything's there. We're going to do the same with this group. It can push in a tad deep as well, like that. Could well get caught by howitzers on the retreat there, but we'll see. Otherwise, don't think we really need to launch too much at the moment today. I think we'll be okay. We'll do actually some Casalinas, I think, like that. Just a short patrol there, like that, just see if anything's lurking out there, because you never know. But other than that, I think we'll just get going, really. Actually, it does appear that this group don't want to waste any time with this. Let's manage their cargo. The Davis can take some supplies, and yeah, 140, that's exactly what we need from there, and that would be just enough to get us over. Get some engineering as well, that would be lovely stuff. 117, lovely. Don't actually need the 17, but it will carry over, of course. The more the merrier, and that would be great stuff. Once they get over to Guadalcanal, we'll be able to upgrade that and we'll be able to take it from there. I didn't actually catch how long that would take. I imagine something like 48 hours. Yeah, 41 hours, lovely stuff. An easy mission for them. Should be done, well, in 41 hours. So let's get going, shall we? Okay, joining me, speeding towards the supply ship that we saw around the Shortland Islands with our Tambor. The position is more northerly than we thought. It does appear it may have dropped off its cargo, but it is an oiler, so perhaps no troops on the Shortland Islands, or no fresh ones dropped off, which is something to keep in mind there. So we're going to strafe it, and instantly a magazine explosion. That's what we like to see, and another one. There we go. Easy job there. With our Wildcats, and that is lovely. Just coming to finish it off with this second flight. Should be good there, and it should go down to those fires and those explosions. So we'll just hang about there, and hopefully that will go down. 2 magazine explosions, absolutely certifying its destruction there, and that is a lovely sight. Less fuel for them in the future, and hopefully 1 or 2 command points for us. Shall we have a look at that? And it is 1 command point. Lovely stuff. Sometimes we don't get any, so I'm very happy for that. Nearly 10,000 tons of shipping sunk there as well. Brilliant stuff. I'll see you in a second with another report. Hello, what we found again. It's the Kitakami, or the Oi, depending on which one we sunk previously. So let's target that with our bow fighters. I'm very glad we brought them out today. Oh, let's see if we can get this. Let's go down to 40 meters above sea level. Get a better approach going and move in like that. Let's compress some time. Go straight into that. Oh, I've been waiting for this for so many years. There they are, not looking in the right place at all there. Lovely stuff. Let's tell them to attack in just a second. We'll just get a slightly better angle off there. And you know what? I think that's good enough for me. Kitakami should have very minimal AA. As you can see, just a small arms fire off there, and the leading destroyer there looks to me like a Mutsuki, which should be fine though. Shouldn't lose anything here, but you never know. They do seem to get quite lucky. And how are we going to go? Probably could have gone for a better angle, but they are evading. So yeah, most of those are going to miss actually off of the stern. Was hit by a single dud bomb as well. Actually, may have to come round to strafe that, which is rather a shame. Should definitely have taken some more lead, but the fires on that are rather extensive. Let's take a report to see. Moderate and moderate, certainly not what we wanted. Let's have a look exactly what armor it has before we decide to go in. Where is Kitakami? There we go. Probably not worth strafing that, unfortunately. Not well, our bow fighters might have some decent. Let's give it a go, shall we? Let's give it a go. See, nothing gained, nothing lost, you know, if you don't try. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so we did actually manage to sink the Kitakami there, and the eagle-eyed among you may notice that we lost 2 bow fighters there. That's because I got very greedy and actually strafed the destroyer there once or twice, and they got lost to the small arms fire, unfortunately. Unfortunately as well, that didn't get scuttled. We did leave us in a critical condition there with heavy fires. So certainly easy pickings for anything in the future. My next worry though is that we have a float plane here. I'm going to try and scout out exactly what that is. It's come from this direction, which is why I'm sending the Wildcats we have out straight away to follow that source of beam. Going to launch just a couple air cobras here to scout out exactly what this is, to determine whether it's a Jake or a Glenn, or perhaps a Pete. Depending on what it is, we'll decide exactly what that has been launched from. So we'll see what's happening there. Like that, go straight on top of it and hopefully we find it. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's break everything off actually and go in different directions. There we go. It is a Glen. Okay, so we have a submarine to the north of Guadalcanal once again. We need to keep an eye out for that. Let's tell everything to attack this, as I'm sure they have. Yeah, it looks like they're going straight for it. Lovely stuff. Let's compress in time. We cannot because we're so close. Lovely stuff. And once that's done, it won't be able to scout out our aircraft carrier, hopefully. Hopefully it's not sighted it already is what I mean to say there, depending on what the view range is, but I highly doubt it's spotted it just yet. Just going to take some time to circle around. It's only fair that we let the Glen know we're here and to get some shots off to open the engagement there. It's a fair duel there. Honourable pilots that we are. And that deals with that. That really shouldn't have scouted out anything since we are behind Guadalcanal and over here with our Wasp. I am going to change the name for that task force in a second just to make sure things are a little bit clearer when they turn up on the map. Otherwise, I'm going to tell this to go back to base like that, and I think we'll be just fine in the coming hours. So we'll keep an eye out for things and see what happens. Alrighty then, so while patrolling out for any possible shipping, our Tambor is being intercepted by some roofs. We do have some Wildcats in the area, but they are 20 kilometers away. And this is another flight, okay, of Hyabusas. Interesting. Have told my Tambor to go to periscope depth at least to try and get some sort of emergency dive. Let's do another dive order just to try and get that down a little quicker. Ooh, they got some bombs on them. Okay, interesting stuff. That's rather interesting. We've lost the rear torpedo room there, and we've lost our control room. Interesting. Okay, that is some rather nasty stuff. We might lose our Tambors to that, actually. Don't really want that to be the case, to be honest. Are these come with any bombs? We've lost our Tambor. Interesting. Okay. That's a bit of that's a real shame, actually. Didn't get a lot of use out of it, but it's nice to have a submarine about. I think I'm going to instantly reimburse that, or instantly repurchase a submarine there. That is very sad stuff. That is very unlucky to be hit. How many bombs actually got us there? Was it just one? Just the one bomb got us down. That is disgusting. Well, we're going to tell this lot to retreat then. It's just, oh, Christ, I hit just as we spotted the aircraft there. Should really stayed in, but not a problem. I think we'll get a Gato out, like this, and hopefully negato the enemy. That's really bad. Does the S-Class come with anything interesting? Actually, that's a very interesting design. Comes with some air radar. I'd rather have the surface radar of the Gato, to be honest, but how does it differ with armament? Has actually less armament. The Speed is a bit better on the torpedoes. The range is extremely limited, actually. That is a very close range submarine, the S-class. But okay, it's not a midget, is it? Possibly. Never actually come across that one. But an expensive submarine is the Geisel, but not a problem. Let's bloody get it and press down there. Lovely stuff. As much as I hate American torpedoes, having a submarine just for the utility is so good, and a Geisel should do a better job than the Tambor. So let's get going with that. More on the loss there. That brings our total losses up to just a few there. Has been 10 days since we lost to Jervis though, so our losses few and far between, I'm sure. Just getting rather unlucky sometimes with the enemy submarines, but we have thinned them out rather a lot. Should be seeing a lot less of them. And as I say, we did get rid of the Kisukami, which was the Owi previously. Is that both of them sunk, actually? Let's double check that. Yes, we have actually got the Kisukami itself. So that's both of those gone, which is rather sad, actually. That was 7 days ago. That was with the Chitose there, which is rather sad. But it's okay. Looking at a decent position still. Just a small loss there, which is rather sad to report. But otherwise, let's keep going and see what happens. I've not sighted anything in the last few hours, which is rather sad. But we'll see. We're coming into the nighttime hours now, so this will be the last scouting operation of the day. Hopefully, we pick something up to watch out for. Okay, so not a very eventful night, although I did get a little worried. I saw the icon of a cargo ship go right up to Buna over here. So we're going to launch some bow fighters out to scout that. It went down to the south over here, so we are going to go for that. See what happens there. It should easily catch up with it. It didn't land anything, which is rather surprising. So it's looking like it's going down to Milne Bay, unless it is just a oiler. The AI has been known to do such things, send out oilers by themselves. Let's land these troops and supplies in a second. See what that brings our total up to. We are, of course, going to launch some more scouts. I'll see you in a second. Okay, so we have come into contact with that supply ship. I don't remember off the top of my head. Let's try and identify it very quickly. If it's what I'm thinking of, I do believe it is a troop-heavy ship. It's not quite a Wensho Maru there. Certainly not Aratama. It could be a Hakushika Maru. Believe that's a supply heavy ship there off the top of my head, but I could be very wrong. We are going in for a lovely low altitude bombing attack there, and let's actually tell them to attack from here. That's a very nice angle there. Go straight in. Let's reduce our speed so we get a little bit more time to turn around at a better target, more time to aim. See how that goes. It's quite a large target, no AA by the looks of it, so it should be very easy. Definitely sunk today. Just see how well we dropped. Better lead than previously. And yeah, there we go. Some very nice hits. I think all but one perhaps hit. And that is lovely stuff. That should be going down. Let's take a quick report. Heavy. We can tell everyone to come round and strafe it for good measure. Would have liked to have seen a magazine explosion there, but you can't have everything, can you? And there we go, very easy stuff. The most textbook easy engagement you'll probably ever have, apart from the perfect submarine attack. What we're going to do now is actually launch some Liberators. Going to launch the whole flight. I'm going to launch them with, I think, just something that gives them some range, actually. And that might be these. This is just to make sure we're not being caught short, and there's no large invasion fleets around Australia and south of New Guinea and such. So we're just going to launch them like this to start off with. We do have 3,000 kilometers of range, and they're going to go up over here and double check like that, just to make sure there's nothing to surprise us outside of our radar range there, because we have been focusing our recon towards the inner Solomon Sea here, of course. And that's what we're going to do now, actually. We're going to launch, yet again, some lightnings with HVRs, just for the endurance, yet again. I do apologise for being boring. I'm going to launch them all the way out here, like that. They can go like that. We're going to launch some Kitty Hawks for some close range scouting. they're going to go out into the open here. We're going to launch, of course, I think some Casalinas with torpedoes just to scout a similar position, actually, just to make sure there's nothing there. Lovely stuff. And we'll get launching some more scouts from here as well. We get a Kingfisher out yet again to go for the open water over here. I'm just scared there might be something in our flank. So let's go to that and actually drop off these supplies while I think about it. Let's go to unload all cargo, and that should have gone through. Lovely stuff indeed. It has some somewhat undersupplied troops there, but a very nice count, and that will bring us back to a decent amount when we expend the supplies and such to upgrade our airfield here in the coming hours. I'm going to keep this, actually, how are we looking for troops and supplies over here? Yeah, I'm going to keep the ships over here for now, just take them out of the way of any submarines and such, and we'll have a look at that later on. Alrighty then, so what have we got here? The flight of the Emily's yet again. Ooh, aren't we treated very nicely today? Although it does appear to be a good half of what they have previously sent at us. We did see on these strategic maps some Mavises coming in as well. I have launched, of course, some fighter supports for that. Going to give out some individual orders. Hopefully they don't ignore them this time. That would be horrible if they did. Going to launch, of course, the majority at the Emily's. They're the higher threat. Although the bombs from Jake's have done damage previously to our ships. I believe that spot's knocked out the catapult launchers from on our Australia, which is rather nasty, isn't it? Going to launch a couple over here as well to get rid of these Jakes, just to make sure they go down very nicely. There we go. Let's pick up some speed and go straight over. We can't, we are very close to them. Hopefully get them in the one pass, and that would be great, wouldn't it? The one pass is the best pass, if you ask me. Let's get firing a little early so we can get that down. Lovely stuff. That is 2 Jakes down. Okay, let's go straight over to the Emily's and get firing off early there, because they do have some decent armor for planes. Lovely stuff. Of course, not a one pass there. It's going to be a little harder on this flight. How are we doing with these Jakes over here? Not so, actually, I cleared them. Lovely stuff. So let's get to those two over there. Let's turn this Wildcat over to the lead Emily over here. And these should all have their respective orders still going through, but they're not. Lovely stuff. That's quite likely because I'm changing the orders around. And I'm wondering if they are thinking that let's follow the lead plane in the formation. Can't be too sure there, but we'll see. That's the logic you might be able to follow anyway, and that's the only one that would make sense. We have lost all of the Jakes there. That is brilliant stuff. I'm worried a little bit about these Emily's. Where are they going? It does appear that they're going for a cruiser, but we are going to get all of them down perhaps. So yeah, looks like we'll be okay. Don't know why I pressed pause there. It's not going to help. And that is all of the planes down, is it? 10 out of 10. Lovely stuff. That's as many stars as I can give as well. Let's go back to the map. Do appear to have some Mavises coming in. Not a problem there. Of course, we can deal with them just as easily with the Wildcats there. I shall likely be back with you on that. Our Liberators, of course, not getting too far just yet in their patrol path. We have launched some Wildcats and Kingfishers to scout out over here as well, which is lovely stuff. I will get back to you with an update in just a second. And of course, we come into contact with the Mavises. Lovely stuff. Doesn't appear that they have lost any capacity there just yet. We may have to go back and have a cheeky word with Shortland Islands and smack their bottoms once again. Tell them who is boss. And reduce their capacity yet again. That'd be lovely stuff. Of course, one thing that does put me off of invading the Shortland Islands is that troops do get a 20% bonus to fighting power per port and airfield level, and those do add up. They are cumulative on top of each other. So that would be quite the large bonus actually, with a level 2 port and a level 3 airfield. So yeah, huge bonus actually. So if they have quite a few troops there, they will be rather entrenched there. But not a problem, not a problem. We can always see, we can always see. The more assets we have, the better, if you ask me. Let's just go in and see what we are doing here then. Are we struggling with the altitude today? Not just yet, are we? Not just yet. Should be okay here. Let's get firing early just to see if we can get some extra collateral there. Lovely stuff. That's one down. Gonna get another one. Excellent stuff. Only third in quick succession. How are we doing over in this formation? Not bothering to fire. Lovely stuff. That's what we like to hear. How are the orders going through? Have they... Looks like they've all decided to go for one plane, yes, again. Because why not? Why not? Let's change them round. Tell them exactly where to go. Like that would be great. And how we're doing over here. Doesn't appear that we're attacking these. And these have just completely forgotten to... it looks like the orders get refreshed, actually, when the enemy loses a plane. That looks like what's going on here. And that is a disgusting thing. Developers, please fix your game and make orders sustainable. Persistent orders would be great. You know? Why would I want to change my orders you know, when one plane has been shot down? But not a problem there, not a problem. We can stay on top of it, I'm sure. Is everyone going for exactly the same plane? Yes, they are. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they indeed? That is great. Let's go over to them. And of course, still not bothering to fire as well. That's probably more to do with altitude. I'll let that one off. But yeah, there we go, there we go. Still, these ones are at the same altitude. There we go, lovely stuff. We're safe, it's okay. Can you imagine if they got through because the orders weren't working? Starting to sound like a broken record here, but I am going to complain all the time about it. Going to return to base to refuel and repair, and of course rearm. It does look like they're sending the roofs out to intercept our Kingfishers. I might bring, yeah, looks like our Wildcats are going over there anyway, but we do have limited fuel, so we'll see what happens with that. We may lose the Kingfisher here, but it is off of Santa Isabel and will be resupplied for free. So let's keep going. Alrighty then, so the roofs that were going straight towards the Kingfishers decided, you know what, I've seen some Mavises and Emilys get shot down over that large task force there. Let's try and see if we can get shot down as well. So I am happy to oblige them. We did launch these Wildcats from the Bogue, which is why our number is a little less than previously. We did have to wait some time, of course, for our flight deck to cycle round with its aircraft on the Wasp, which is absolutely fine. This is the benefits, of course, of having two carriers. One can be active while the other is inactive, and that is great. We can cover each other's downtime so easily. So let's compress time here, go straight ahead and see what happens. Does look like, okay, we're going to get in with our Wildcats just in time, I think. The majority of them going past to the Lasser aircraft there. Have they? No? Okay, brilliant stuff. It was looking like I thought our Wildcats had already changed their orders there. I'm getting really annoyed with this, as you can tell. Let's try and open up a little early there, see if we can get that one down. Haven't got that one down just yet, and we're deciding not to follow it. Lovely stuff. Why would we? Let's go and see if we can open up a tad early here, but nope, the button does not. Okay, it will only fire once we've gone past the aircraft. Lovely stuff. It does look like we've changed our orders yet again without being told. Lovely stuff. Just hope everyone understands that this is what we have to deal with. I am interested in hearing if anyone else is having this problem, actually, if they're noticing it, because it is extremely annoying and rather saucy. But let's try and deal with it. Let's try and be big boys. Go straight in like that. Let's get this Wildcat onto this group over here and see what we can do about that. Getting these to turn anyway, not a problem. It does look like the roofs are ignoring our ships, which is the priority here at least. Do want them to have a look at our... Well, we have lost a Wildcat actually, didn't notice that. Did not notice that at all. Not being observing, only been observing bugs, which is lovely. So I've lost another one there. Jesus Christ, our Wildcat's not performing well at all today. This needs to go over here, I think, and try and get rid of this group. Try and open up a tad early, perhaps, if we can turn into it. No, it's okay. Not a problem. Try and get this onto here. If you can change your order, that'd be great stuff. No, you're not going to turn into it. not a problem. We are destroying more roofs though, which is lovely stuff. We're missing that. Missing out on the action as ever. Where are you going? You're trying to intercept this? Yes, you are. Let's try and open up a tad early again to see if we can turn into it. There we go. Lovely stuff. So we've got some roofs on your tail. That's not great at all. Let's change some orders around because it does look like we're converging on one plane. Yes, again. Let's go for this one over here. Thank you. And you can go for the one that's actually right in front of you. That might make some sense, mightn't it? But of course, there's no need to turn into it. Let's get it down anyway. And then this one can go for the one over here. And this can turn round. Lovely stuff. He's going for a decent target there. This can actually go straight ahead and go for that plane there. Lovely stuff. Will we actually go over though? That's the question. Just leave it. Okay. Submit to the G-force there. Be fine. We've lost yes, another Wildcat. If this persists, I may be tempted to send the Bogue back to restock. But I'd rather the Bogue than the Wasp, actually. Had to do this just because it's I don't want to say less important, but the stock is of course more limited. There we go. We should be on the tail of this roof right now. He's going to fire out. Lovely stuff. We can carry on into the ones in front of us. We're getting somewhere now. That's great. Is that another one down? It is indeed. Brilliant. It's 3 in quick succession there. And that should be the last one out over here. Is this one going to turn into make things easy for himself, or is it going to succumb to the small arms of the ships? He's going to turn just a little too wide there. That's okay. I'm going to turn it to speed up so we can catch him. Maybe far out. No, it's not got the range there. Not a problem. Do have everyone on the tail here. Should be just fine. There we go. It is actually one last one over here, which you didn't spot. Let's fire out now. And see if we can get him in the turn. There we go. Lovely stuff. That should be all of them. Brilliant stuff. Let's get going. I'm going to tell them to actually return to base as well. If I can get hold of them. Where is the fighter button? Here we go. So we did lose... oh, that's the wrong button. So we did lose... 3 there. That's not a problem. What does that leave our stocks at? That is half capacity. Okay, we may send the Bogue back because 6 is all we'll have now, actually. And in fact, that's what I'm going to do. I just don't want to get caught short there, actually. So let's do that. That's not a problem. We can deal with that. Let's keep scouting, and I really hope to see something big today. It's been a while since we've sunk that Shokaku, I feel. I want some blood. I want some battleship blood. So let's keep going. Alrighty then, so moving up against the Shortland Islands just to bombard them, we have come into contact with some more air groups, and it does appear to be some Nels, which is lovely stuff. So I love G3Ms. I believe these are Donrius as well. Somewhat heavy bombs can come out of them, so we do need to be wary. We have, of course, been covered by some Wildcats off of the Wasp, which got repaired and rearmed. Lovely stuff. So should be in a good position to defend here, but I... been a bit greedy, of course, and gone up during the daytime, but that's absolutely fine. I forgot about the airfields north of the Shortland Islands, which is quite likely where these are coming from. It's absolutely fine though. Needs some action, needs something to do today. So who is after the nails? That'd be the first group over here, won't it? Lovely stuff. Should just be coming in range now. They are armed with torpedoes, which is why we are so low here towards the water. Hopefully get the one pass, as we always hope for here. That'd be great because torpedoes will cause rather a lot of damage to our ships, and not the most ideal pass there. We are going to have to go around again. Just going to double check. Yep, our orders are still the same. That's lovely stuff. I'm going to keep just 2 Wildcats over on that now and bring another, this one up over here, I think, just to support over there. That should be great stuff. I am going to watch this now though, because it should be taken down by our flak at least. There we go. It is indeed. Was a bit worried about that. That is the heavier threat, if you ask me. Should be okay now though, I think. Our Wildcats coming in from the front here. Lovely stuff. Or say that, but they couldn't quite get it. Couldn't quite guess it. We have the back group though, so it should just be a few left here. There is one over here that needs to be dealt with. Let's double check our orders just in case our Wildcats have forgotten about them. It does appear to be the case. I'm glad we checked. Let's go to this number 5 over here with that, and these can go over as well. It does appear that if we did not check, they would have been forgotten about over here, which is not ideal at all, actually. Then they would have been quite a large threat. There we go, that's that one dealt with. We're going to tell it to go straight over here and attack that. Thank you very much. Get it to open up while it's in the turn. Lovely stuff, and that should be, let's take reports. Yep, 9 out of 9. All of the planes done for. Lovely stuff. Let's go back to the strategic map. We are very close to the Shortland Islands. Should only take a few hours. We do only have a few minutes of airtime left, so we're not going to launch any more scouts at the moment. Do have the fuel and engineering task force here, and I think that's where we'll be ending the episode, with the bombardment of the Shortland Islands and the upgrade to level 3 on the airfield here. If I have done the maths correctly, it should be very simple. So I'll see you in a second with that. And here we go. Let's try and bombard, not on low cargo. That is the wrong one. We have no cargo. We're going to, well, we're going to unload a certain type of aggressive cargo there. There we go. That has now brought that down to a level 2 airfield, and that should limit them very, very much over here. What do they have at Bougainville? Level 0. It's probably Buka, where the previous planes came from. I'm certainly not going to charge all the way up there. Now, I think a level 2 airfield is certainly manageable over here, so we are going to retreat out of that, and let's get out over here. Very close, of course, now to bringing this supplies over, so let's do that. Let's just bring them a tad close. I'm not sure they're quite within range there. Go like that and unload all cargo there. Lovely stuff. That should have gone over just fine, and we do just about have enough, right on exactly the right number with the fuel there, but that's all we need, of course. So there we go, a level 3 airfield finally at Guadalcanal, and the radar range on that is very, very nice indeed. So let's see what that has brought us to in the morning. Of course, we can't look even at night, so I'll just skip over to them. Alright, so air operators are now available. Let's just double check what we can get out of here. No new planes, but of course we have got more capacity for Wildcats and everything else. Of course, the larger amount of Dauntlesses and Mitchells is very, very handy there. That means that we have some very nice bombers over here, which will be able to reach the Shortland Islands very easily if we do spot something in advance there. That is a very nice air power there, absolutely needed. I'm wondering what to do next then. Of course, we want to focus on bringing supplies over to Guadalcanal. I have just restocked everything over here. We do have some troops, supplies, and of course, quite engineering heavy over here, as we have tried to do. So that'd be very, very nice indeed. We are lacking a little bit on the engineering and fuel now, so we do absolutely need to prioritise that for Guadalcanal. Just going to double check what we have over here, just the minimal supplies and troops over here. We do have some troops left over at Buna. Might think about utilising them later on. Anyway, I think that's all we have time for today, ladies and gentlemen. I apologise, it's been a tad slower today. The Japanese seem to be rather vacant after sinking the Shokaku in the previous episode, but that unfortunately can't be helped. I did try scouting all the way over to Rabaul, but nothing was spotted over there. So hopefully something big comes out. I want to see that Yamato again. Not so close to our ships as it's a big threat, of course. I want to bomb it or something. That'd be rather nice. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope to hear your comments in the section below. But in the meantime, I've been the Edified Gamer, and I hope all your nights and days are auspicious. Goodbye.